Hey folks, Fox here. We've got Dark Eldar versus Orcs again. Different Orc army. These guys are kind of converted up to be like Gretchen or Snotlings running Orc equipment. So we've got a big battle wagon back there. Those Stompas from Epic, those guys are Mega Knobs. We've got all those little squigs down there in the bottom left. Those things are Tank Bustas. And you can see the rockets there. Those things are the jet bikes. Oh, the Defcopters. I took out the formation with the Dark Eldar. Just wanted to try it out, see what it was like. I have to say, getting Power from Pain on turn 1 was kind of nice, so getting that Feel No Pain right away. You just have to make sure you keep your Archon alive, that's all. So as things kind of progressed through the game, it was kind of neat. To the formation, I kind of added some reavers, and I added in a razor wing just to try it out. The mission was 6 objectives. It was a maelstrom, so we pulled the objective cards as the game kind of went through. It was deployed in corners, so I took the bottom left corner and they took the top right. Deployed out, I tried to kind of fan myself out a little bit and try and take advantage of some of the covers best I could. Just so I could take advantage of my night shields too. So mostly everything had night shields, except for the Venom, unfortunately. It just has the flicker fields, because you can't take them. I moved up along the left a little bit and took a few shots at the large mechs over there, and managed to take a hull point on one, and I killed one of the tank bustas. For the most part, the little Gretchen guys, they just kind of held objectives. They're really good at that, unless you cause a lot of wounds on them. So the battle wagon pushed forward, and we had just some more running, just kind of securing some of the objectives. Tank busters running up through the center there, pushing forward. These guys were kind of holding tight for the most part for the very first go, and took a few shots back. Didn't really get too much damage. Did make me jink a lot. I did lose a few hull points here and there, but nothing too scary yet. Then, of course, as my turn kind of came around, I continued to kind of push, and here's where I started to split my forces up. I really shouldn't have gone as far as I did in separating my units. I should have more or less just kind of focused fire on one flank and just pushed as quick as I could. Hellions came in here, took a few shots on those little guys. Didn't make them run, unfortunately. Still more shooting on these folks and really didn't do much damage. Same thing with the tank busters, only killed off a few of them, didn't cause enough to make them run away. But darn battle wagon coming up, just pushing forward. War boss jumped out and assaulted the Hellions and pretty much killed them off after everything else kind of fired at them, whittling them down. Didn't even cause a wound to the war boss. Now, as things kind of moved on this side of the board, the Morkanaut and his friends were starting to move up, and the Defcopters came in on this side. I lost one of the raiders, and my scourges finally came in. Took a few shots on that fellow there. Only dropped him down by 1 hull point. Arg. Yeah. My Venom was killed with the Incubi getting dumped out, and of course, some more shots placed on the battle wagon, but really not a lot of damage to it, unfortunately. Just 1 hull point. So they're continuing to push. War boss is turning around and moving up the table to rejoin his unit. So battle wagon moved up and spilt out all of its mega knobs and its weird boy and everyone. I lost a raider down there, dumped out everyone. I was flamed and lost pretty much everyone and 2 of my raiders over there. And then, of course, on this side, really didn't have too much happen, except for 1 raider was destroyed and dumped out a bunch of my poor guys. The Razorwing came on, evaporated those fellows there. No more tank busters to worry about. Now, this was just frustration after frustration here. The Mega Knobs couldn't really get into close combat, and the reavers couldn't get into close combat because we kept failing our assault rolls. It was ridiculous. Like, yeah, we're just being standoffish here. I didn't mention the scourges there, where they were assaulted and 2 survived. Didn't really cause much for wounds. Lost the raider there. Those guys jumped out to close combat. Lost a bunch of warriors up top. And then here, like I was saying, it was just mostly shooting and a lot of failed assaults. Really proud of my little guys, the warriors that were dropped out at the bottom of the board. They took a few pot shots at the death copter and managed to kill it as it was assaulting them. The jet bikes moved up and started firing on the meganobs, really just causing a few wounds here and there. And those guys are going to get eventually assaulted, unfortunately. Jet moved up, took a few shots at the Gorkanaut, really nothing much happening. And those guys holding the objective nicely. So I really like the board. This is the actual board's base is the new table that Games Workshop came out with. So I dumped out my Lord there, my Archon, and assaulted the mech there. We had a ton of fighting in the center, and really my reavers didn't do as well as I thought they would. Down here was kind of interesting. Again, like I said, the Death Copter came in, and I managed to kill him off. So just a massive assault down here with these guys moving up and killing off my Archon. I finished off the Morkanaut and destroyed it with his little friends kind of moving in and crushing more of my guys. Actually, it wasn't Morkanaut, it was one of the smaller ones. So really, the game did kind of end at this point where I really wasn't gaining very many objectives, if any. I really didn't use my speed to my advantage, and I don't know what was going on with my assault rolls. But I have to say, reavers are amazing. When they do get into assault, wow, they can put out a lot of pain, especially with the rending. So, with that said, hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I'll be putting some more battle reports up, and I'll talk to you later. Bye now.